Jamie, was it you that was telling me yesterday about the guy who's the EMT who sees? Tell me what you told me.
He said he was listening to the podcast we did with Louis J. Gomez about people getting head injuries, and he has been doing, I believe, for like 15 years or so. Like, doesn't do it every single day because you don't work every single day, but on a 3-day basis or so, every day he works, he sees at least one person dead from a head injury, whether it's an elderly person, they slipped on ice, something.
People fall and hit their heads.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's why, please, folks, if you're listening to me and you want to punch somebody and knock them out, please don't do it. Just go to a gym, get your frustrations out. Don't fight on the street. You could kill somebody or you can get killed, even accidentally. Even if you really don't hate the guy that much, you punch him in the face, they go unconscious, their head hits the ground. People die all the time. I mean, I've told the story about when Kevin James used to work as a bouncer in Long Island. A guy that he was working with punched a guy and killed him.
Really?
Yeah, Kevin wasn't there, but he knew the guy, and the guy accidentally killed a drunk guy. Drunk guy's coming at him. He punched him, I guess. I don't know the whole story. But that shit happens all the time. I've seen guys get
And it's not about
knocked
the punch, though. It's about when they hit their head after the
You're
punch.
getting hit by the world.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think of the world just dropped on your head. That's what it's like. Your body mass bouncing off a completely, especially concrete. There's no give. So your head just clock. It sounds horrible. Listen to someone's head bounce off concrete is one of the scariest fucking sounds. It's horrible. Even if you do it to somebody and you wanted to hurt them, when you hear their head bounce off concrete, you're like, oh shit. Like, that's not as simple as like you punch them. You punch them and then, you know, whatever they weigh, 190 pounds with all the mass of all their mass and gravity pulling them towards the ground with nothing slowing it down, but meat and head, bang, bone, shoulder.
That reminds me when I was 10 years old, I was sitting on the curb, and this is the first time I saw death in real life from a head injury. I was sitting with my friend on the curb, and a guy was driving a motorcycle, and he was speeding up and down the street. And right on Iriswood in Houston, Texas, he's flying down, a car pulls out, and he hits it. Back then, they didn't wear helmets, so he literally flew up in the air and landed about 20 feet from us. His head hit first and exploded like a watermelon. And this is like, I was 10 years old watching this. So the next morning, you know, the police come, my parents get me to tell me, don't look at it. I go out there the next day, it's just bloodstains everywhere, and his wife is picking up his hair that's stuck to the concrete. And I remember it so vividly. Next door neighbor was Eric, and we were sitting on the curb watching this lady pick up her husband's hair that was stuck in. And that's the first time I ever saw death. And it was,
fuck,
and it was a gnarly death too. It was like that Faces of Death stuff. Like, it was bad. It was bad. I never rode a motorcycle because of that.
Yeah, there's not a lot of reasons to ride a motorcycle other than it's awesome.
Yeah.
Just fucking danger. I took motorcycle safety classes, and then two of my friends wiped out. One of them got hit by a car, and one of them fell going around a corner and fucked his shoulder up.
I after that accident, probably about 6 years later, you know, when three-wheelers were big back then.
Yeah.
And my friend, same friend that was on the curb, we were three-wheeling, and where I grew up, there was a bunch of ditches. So we were going, and he thought he could go down in the ditch and come up the other side, but I think he forgot that it's flat on the bottom of real ditches. So literally, we're going, and we hit the bottom, and I flew up, and literally half my face was like just wrecked. I was in the hospital, and we didn't have helmets at that time, and because we were young and dumb and just wanted to like
stupid.